Hi students, in this session we are going to start the discussion of the first chapter from mathematics part 2nd, and the first chapter is differentiation. Let's take a brief look at what subtopics we are going to learn in this chapter. First is derivatives of composite functions. Second, geometrical meaning of derivatives. Third, derivatives of inverse functions. Fourth, logarithmic differentiation. Fifth, derivatives of implicit functions. Sixth, derivatives of parametric functions. And last, seventh, higher order derivatives. These are subtopics that we are going to learn in the upcoming sessions. But before learning all this, we need to recall the basic concepts you already studied in the 11th standard. Now, what is differentiation? So, differentiation is the process of finding derivative of a function. So, let's start with the definition of derivative. See, if limit of f of x plus h minus f of x upon h as h tending to 0 exists, then this limit is called the derivative of function f with respect to x. It is denoted by f dash of x. So, we have f dash of x is equal to limit of f of x plus h minus f of x upon h as h tending to 0. Here h is small increment in x, say delta x, and therefore the corresponding increment in y is equal to f of x is f of x plus h minus f of x, say delta y. So limit on the RHS of this equation becomes limit of delta y by delta x as delta x tending to 0. This limit is denoted by dy by dx. That means we can denote derivative of function y is equal to f of x by dy by dx or by f dash of x, or sometimes it is also denoted by y dash. Note that d by dx, this d by dx is just a symbol to denote derivative. It is not like dd get cancelled. It is not like this. So keep in mind that d by dx is just a symbol to denote derivative of y with respect to x. Now students, the process of finding the derivatives of a function from this definition of derivative is known as derivatives from first derivatives from first principle. Derivatives from first principle. Using this definition, derivatives of some standard functions are obtained. Let's recall them. So, derivatives of some standard functions. First one, derivative of constant k is 0. See where it is, where k is constant. That means derivative of constant function is always 0. Then secondly, derivative of x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. Here n belongs to set of real numbers. Here if n is equal to 0, then formula becomes derivative of x raised to 0 is equal to derivative of x raised to 0 is 1. So it is a constant function and its derivative is 0. Now if n is equal to 1, then this is nothing but derivative of just x, and it is 1 into x raised to 1 minus 1. By substituting here n is equal to 1, we have this. So x raised to 1 minus 1 is x raised to 0, and so it is 1. 1 into 1 is 1. That means derivative of x is 1. Then if n is equal to 2, then this formula gives derivative of x square, and it is 2 into x raised to 2 minus 1. That means it is 2x. So derivative of x square is 2x. Now if n is equal to 3, see, then it gives derivative of x cube. So substituting n is equal to 3, we have 3 into x raised to 3 minus 1. So derivative of x cube is 3 into x square. Like this we can find derivative of x raised to 4, derivative of x raised to 5, and so on. Now see, if n is equal to half, then it is nothing but derivative of x raised to half. That means it is derivative of root x. Derivative of root x. So see, substituting n is equal to half, we have half into x raised to half minus 1. So half into x raised to minus half. So this is half into 1 upon x raised to half. So it is 1 upon 2 into x raised to half is root x. That means derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x. Okay. Let's add it to our list. This is derivative of root x as 1 upon 2 root x. Second case, derivative of 1 upon x raised to n. So this is nothing but derivative of x raised to minus n. So applying this result, we have minus n into x raised to minus n minus 1. So we can write it as minus n into x raised to, taking minus sign common, power is minus n plus 1. So it is minus n upon x raised to n plus 1. So we have derivative of 1 upon x raised to n as minus n upon x raised to n plus 1. See the subcases of this result. If here n is equal to, in this result, if n is equal to 1, that means it is derivative of 1 upon x. So applying this result, we have here minus 1 upon x square. So derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x square. In this case again, if n is equal to 2, then derivative of 1 upon x square, and it is minus 2 upon x raised to 2 plus 1. So it is minus 2 by x cube. Okay. Let's add these results to our list. So derivative of 1 upon x raised to n is minus n upon x raised to n plus 1. Again, third result, derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x square. Similarly, derivative of 1 upon x square is minus 2 upon x cube. Now, fourth subcase, let us find derivative of 1 upon root x. So, this is nothing but derivative of 1 upon x raised to half. So, substituting n is equal to half in the second subcase, we have minus half upon x raised to half plus 1. So, it is minus 1 upon 2 into, we can write it as x into x raised to half. So, this is nothing but minus 1 upon 2x root x. So, derivative of 1 upon root x is minus 1 upon 2x into root x. So, let's add it to the list. Next, we have derivative of 1 upon root x as minus 1 upon 2x into root x. Then let's go to derivatives of trigonometric functions. First, derivative of sin x is cos x. Then derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Derivative of tan x is sec square x. Next, derivative of cot x is minus cos x square x. Next, derivative of sec x is sec x tan x. And lastly, derivative of cosec x is minus cosec x cot x. So these are the derivatives of trigonometric functions. You can easily observe that here this cos function, cot function and cosec function start from letter C. So to avoid jumblings of signs, we are going to remember these results as the derivatives of the functions which start from letter C have negative sign. They have negative sign, and the remaining three trigonometric functions have positive derivatives. Now let's go to derivative of exponential function. So derivative of a raised to x is equal to a raised to x into log a. Here a is greater than 0, and the subcase of it is if a is equal to e, then it gives derivative of e raised to x as e raised to x into log e. We know that log e to the base e is 1, so it is just e raised to x, and it's very simple formula to remember that derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x again. Then lastly, derivative of logarithmic function, that is derivative of log x, is 1 upon x. So students, these are the standard derivatives. Note that you don't have to do the calculations every time for these four results. You just remember these formulas directly. That's why I have listed them here. One more thing students, if anyone has not done the concept of limit in the 11th standard, that doesn't matter, okay. You just try to remember these standard derivatives perfectly. Now, rules of differentiation. If u and v are differentiable functions of x. Okay, now what are differentiable functions? See, the function for which derivative exists is called differentiable function of x, or you may call it as derivable function. Derivable function of x. Okay, so here u and v are differentiable functions. That means their derivatives with respect to x, that is du by dx and dv by dx exists. Okay, so let's go to first rule. If u and v are differentiable functions of x such that y is equal to u plus v, then dy by dx is equal to du by dx plus dv by dx. That means y is sum of these two functions. So its derivative dy by dx is also sum of derivatives of functions u and v. Okay. So it's very easy to remember this rule. Let's take some example. For example, if y is equal to sin x plus x square. Okay. Now let us find derivative of these functions. Now differentiating with respect to x, we are going to use this shortcut. Differentiating with respect to x, we get, see, dy by dx is equal to, we know that y is sum of these two functions sin x and x square. So its derivative of y, which is dy by dx, is sum of derivatives of these functions. That means derivative of sin x plus derivative of x square. Okay. So we have applied rule at this step. Now let's evaluate these derivatives. We find that these are in standard form. So we know that derivative of sin x is cos x plus derivative of x square is 2x. So this is the required derivative of given y. Okay, now let's go to second rule. If u and v are differentiable functions of x such that y is equal to u minus v, then dy by dx is du by dx minus dv by dx. See, if y is expressed as difference of two functions, then its derivative is also the difference of derivatives of the corresponding functions. See, these two rules are very simple, very simple to remember. Now, let's take one example for second rule. For example, it is example for second rule. If y is equal to say tan x minus e raised to x. So to get derivative of y, let's differentiate. Differentiating with respect to x, we get, see, we have to subtract derivatives of these two functions. So dy by dx is equal to derivative of y is equal to derivative of tan x. Okay, derivative of tan x minus derivative of e raised to x. So at this step we have applied the second rule of subtraction. Now to the next step, let's evaluate these derivatives. So derivative of tan x is sec square x minus derivative of e raised to x is again e raised to x. So this is the required derivative of given function. Now let's go to next rule. It is for product. When y is expressed as product of two functions u and v, then its derivative, that is dy by dx, is given by u into dv by dx plus v into du by dx. Okay, that means here it is not the product of derivatives of these two functions. Note this properly. Rule is u into, that means first function as it is, into derivative of second function plus second function as it is into derivative of first function. So for applying the results in particular cases, you have to remember this rule as, suppose y is product of first and second function. So how to apply rule? Dy by dx is equal to first function as it is, multiply it by derivative of second function, okay, plus second function as it is, multiply it by derivative of first function. So this is for your understanding only. See, if y is product of two functions, first function, second function, then its derivative dy by dx is equal to first function as it is into derivative of second function plus second function as it is into derivative of first function. Let's take some example. For example, if y is equal to cos x into log x, So to find its derivative, let's differentiate. Differentiating with respect to x, we get dy by dx, which is derivative of y with respect to x, is equal to, see, let us consider it as first function and consider log x as second function. So according to rule, keep first function as it is. So keeping cos x as it is, multiply it by derivative of second function, which is log x, plus keeping second function as it is, that means term log x as it is, into derivative of first function, which is cos x. Okay, at this step we have applied rule. Now let's evaluate derivatives in the next step. So first term cos x as it is into, this is in standard form, we have derivative of log x as 1 upon x plus log x as it is. Again we know the derivative of cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So the required derivative dy by dx is cos x upon x, just rearrange the terms, minus log x into sin x. Okay, this is what the application of product rule. Now if this y is product of function k and u, where k is constant, then derivative of this term dy by dx is equal to, let's apply this product rule. Okay, keeping first function, consider k as first function and u as second function. Keeping first function as it is, k as it is, multiply it by derivative of second function, that is du by dx, plus keeping second function as it is, that means u as it is, multiply it by derivative of k. So k into du by dx plus u into, see, k is constant, so its derivative is 0. So this term is 0. So we have the required derivative dy by dx as k into du by dx. Note this step. Okay. If y is function multiplied by some constant, then its derivative is k constant as it is and multiply it by derivative of the multiplied function. So this is the next rule. If y is expressed as product of constant into differentiable function, then its derivative dy by dx is keep constant as it is and multiply it by derivative of that multiplied function. So here k into du by dx. Okay, let's go to next rule. If y is equal to u by v, then dy by dx is equal to v as it is into derivative of u, that is du by dx, minus u as it is into derivative of v, which is dv by dx, upon v square. So how to remember this rule? See, we are going to consider, just for our understanding, this function as y is equal to numerator upon denominator. So how rule is applied? It is dy by dx is equal to denominator as it is, into derivative of numerator, minus numerator as it is, into derivative of denominator, upon denominator square. Okay, this is just for our understanding. Now let's go to one example. If y is equal to, consider sin x upon x square. We observe that here it is quotient of sin x and x square. So to get the derivative of y, let's differentiate. Differentiating with respect to x, we get dy by dx is equal to, see the application of rule properly, keeping denominator as it is. Here denominator is x square, so keep x square as it is into derivative of numerator. So numerator is sin x. Okay, minus, keep this in mind properly, minus sign, again numerator as it is, so sin x as it is, multiply it by derivative of denominator, which is x square. Okay, upon, whole thing is divided by denominator square, so denominator is x square, its square. See, again we have applied the rule for division here. Keeping denominator as it is, that is x square, multiply it by derivative of numerator, which is sin x, minus sin x as it is into multiply it by derivative of x square, and the whole thing is divided by denominator square, that is x square, its square. Now this is the application of rule. Now let's evaluate the derivatives. Okay, x square as it is, derivative of sin x is cos x, minus sin x into derivative of x square is 2x upon x raised to 4. Now you may simplify this further. Okay, now it is important to know the application of this division rule. Okay, so you remember these all these 5 rules properly. Okay, now students, you do these 2 examples at your own. Find derivatives of these functions. First is y is equal to sec x into phi raised to x, and second is y is equal to e raised to x upon cot x. I'll give solutions to these 2 problems in the next session. Okay. See students, we know that building stands on a strong foundation. So you read all these formulas very well, as they are foundations for this chapter. Okay, if you want to rule the kingdom of mathematics, you have to remember that formula is king and concept is queen. Okay, so you have to give lots of important to concept and formula. Now the favorite statement on YouTube finally. Okay, like, share, subscribe and click the bell icon to get notifications of all new videos. Thank you for watching.